What's going on, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Sum It Up with the Sumners. It's your boy Damon, and
Katoya.
we are in here, the Sumners indeed, your host of your new favorite podcast. Checking us out. Appreciate y'all rocking with us anywhere and everywhere. Today, hot one coming in, talking about finding compatible couples. Ooh, do you have a couple in your life right now? You just like this that couple for us. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're in between couples. We're going to get into it a little bit here. But before we do, we always want to shout out and appreciate everyone who's throwing a review our way on Apple.
Yeah, so this week, as Damon said, I'm coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, I know. We all know it. Anyway, that didn't sound that great, but it's okay. All right, this comes from 3rd J. Carter. And it's 5 stars, and it's titled 5 star.
Yes, it is.
And this is what 3rd J. Carter says. I got to this pod because of Damon's promo on 4th and 10. Good pod, by the way, so check that out, too. Also, I met these great folks a few years ago at a church, and they are a genuine, hilarious couple. So, this pod is great because the topics are real, and they still bring some comedy to it, which makes this a good listen. Because who wants to listen to something serious all the time, right? He didn't say right, but I did. I'm also someone who got married right when quarantine took place, so I could use all the advice given. Laugh out loud. Appreciate you.
3rd J. Carter.
Carter the 3rd.
Okay, appreciate you.
J. Carter the 3rd.
J. Carter the 3rd.
No, that's
Thank
real. We do appreciate that. 5 stars. Yeah, that's who we try to be. These people who don't try to be serious all the time. You know, it's just, there's a lot. It's kind of like the way I watch my TV, right? Like, I don't want to watch reality TV. Why would I do that? My reality already got stuff going on.
Enough drama over here.
There's enough drama in the world. There's enough drama in a friend's life. Why do I want to entertain myself with somebody else's real/faux drama?
No, thank you.
Pass. So, reality TV, I haven't watched it. Ask me anything. Haven't seen it.
What about these warlocks?
Haven't seen. Oh, but you know the powers and the magic.
The powers and the magic.
Take me to a magical world. That seems impossible. I like that. Anyway, now this is a good topic today, as Damon said. We are talking about compatible couples. Now, I want to start this off with the awkwardness of how this sounds, right?
Does it sound awkward?
Yeah, I think it sounds awkward.
Okay, do you?
I think
Tell
it can, like,
why?
compatible. I just think that we're in a stage where people are open to a lot of things.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I know, and I told you this already.
I didn't even think about that.
So y'all, okay, let's just get to it. So to be clear, couples are just about like having couples to do things with as a friend.
Come on now.
That's what
we're not throwing
the
keys.
Sumners mean.
We're not throwing keys in a bowl. We're not asking people to come over and stay the night. That's not what we're doing. That's good. That's clarity.
I don't know keys in a bowl.
You don't know keys in a bowl?
No.
She's got to get out more. It's a thing. Swingers. Anywho.
Oh, I was like, I don't understand what that means. Yeah, so no. There's no underlining there. It's literally like you and your boo, you and your partner are like trying to figure out who you can go do stuff with and how does it match, because your friends, y'all know this is real.
Come on.
The girls, but your wife or whoever you are, right? Your girl's best friend might not be her. Okay, how do I say it? So my best friend, her husband may not be really close to Damon.
Yeah.
So we don't do couple things together.
Yeah.
I.e., right? So that's not a good couple friendship for us because it's not compatible naturally with us. So you want to find someone where everybody's just getting along together because you want to be able to have like that good energy when you do things out together, because we want to do things together with others, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the ideal. Let's just start with the ideal. Boom, to start this off here. The ideal couple, as Katoya just said, is when everybody is clicking on all cylinders.
Clicking.
Katoya,
man to woman, woman to man, cross, whatever.
Whatever the cross is crucial. For the ideal, the optimized compatible couple is when all four could go. If Katoya and I on this side of the table and the other couples on that side, and for the sake of our conversation here, Katoya and her best friend, they get up, right? I need to be able to have a cool conversation for 6 minutes without awkwardness with this fella, or vice versa. Katoya gets up, then my homie gets up. I still should be able to have fun, chill conversation with this lady at the other side of the table.
Yeah.
We shouldn't just be here or just get on our phone quality till they come back and be like,
yeah.
no, that ain't what you want.
Yeah.
That ain't what you want, right? That's the ideal where we can laugh, all four of us, specifically just one other couple, and just have a great time, mix, max, intertwined right there. That is what we want. That is ideal. And we've had that the best. We've had it a couple different times, to be clear, but we've had a couple in our past that was like, it was just prime. It was good. It was just clicking on all cylinders, laughs, inside jokes. What you said the other day, we went over we were visiting Texas, and we would just stay over.
Yeah, we'd be like, hey y'all, well, it's kind of far, so and
It
they had a whole extra room, so we would just stay. We had no plans.
No plans.
We're here, we're all hanging out, we're gonna watch a movie.
That's it.
We might go out to eat. All right, good night. Wake up. What we eat for breakfast. It just was the ultimate.
Or we might do nothing at the house. Yeah, we ain't going nowhere. What y'all want to do?
Yeah, it was actually really sad to think on that one because they're no longer together, and so it was really it was sad. But it felt like when that happened, a little bit of us died.
A little bit of us.
And that's how you know it's a good relationship,
Yeah.
a good mutual friendship. Now, I also throw this out there because I know that as single individuals in these new stages of life, it's kind of how we got here the other day talking about this, was that I find that, it's hard enough making friends as an individual these days.
Talk about that.
My same friends I had 15 years ago, relationships look extremely different now. We're still friends or whatever, but sometimes you're just trying to find people who have the same interests, who are kind of have the same schedules, maybe closer in proximity,
same
maybe
season of life to a
same
degree.
season of life. That season of life is really big. Once you get
real.
Listen, when you go from like dating to being married, it's like boom, and your friends like dang, and
it changes, and you better not throw no kid in there.
Yeah, I know.
Because you just warp it up.
I know.
And it's not that you, of course, cannot be friends.
No, you just gotta try a lot harder.
The intentionality is going to be another level.
So I just had this situation where I was talking to a girl who I work out with, and I was like, hey, I would love to hang out. And then some kind of way I started talking about like how I had a roommate, and then it just got weird, and I think that she thought weird of me because I was saying weird things, and I thought, and it just was awkward. I haven't tried to fix it. But I just think this idea is funny. Like, it's hard. Like, we talk. We're not in a dating scene right now. There's no dating here. But this is the closest we get to, like, a dating scene. Is trying to figure out our compatibility with other couples so that we can go out and have a good time. Because, again, couple friends are not the same as just your individual friends. And they take the same type of effort of, like, giving... planning, intentionality, having a good time, compatibility. Yeah,
all that. And I want to get into the why for a second because you already kind of jumped into it about like what makes it so difficult to find that couple. And hopefully, to be honest, it's more than one. Yeah. It'd be great if you got a gang. It'd be great if you just got 5 other couples on the beach for a little getaway every year. Y'all do that thing.
And
like when I see that,
ones too.
Yeah, and genuine, not just because this. Like, all right, we know one, and then they know one, and we all 10 of us together. Nah, like we all
Somebody
can hang.
Somebody really is hanging, yeah.
Right? And so, but there are so many different reasons why it makes it challenging. Definitely one is because, like, the interest one just is one that just off top can make it tough to find. Because that's 4 people, 4 interests, 4 preferences, 4, like, it just kind of intertwines. And it's not like, all right, one person really wants to do something, the other 3 are like, all right, like, if you were like, hey, Damon and Katoya, would y'all like to go, I don't know, yodeling on the weekend? We're going to tell you no. Like, we're going to tell you no.
Unless they were a really good couple.
Oh, they would have to be
and they were like, y'all
couple.
know we had a really good
time.
No,
they had to be a great couple. Because you have to sell us on something that seems so... left field, right? But if they were, yes. But like, so interests have to be a part.
But naturally, no.
Right?
We'll figure out a way to get out of that.
Schedule. Like right now, we got a couple who we like a lot, and we're trying to figure out our next thing to do together. It really is. You hit it on the head. Talking about we're kind of in this. The only area we're in for dating is this right here.
Oh.
It's like, all right, y'all, what y'all want to do next?
Will we going out again?
Y'all check out y'all schedules and let me know ASAP. LOL.
And I think that's just because it's new, and I do think that Oddly enough, I mean, we do have a couple of older couples, but people have moved away, gone here, or life has just kind of drawn different friendships separately. So I feel like we are in a very uh,
We're dating new couples. We're dating new couples. Put it out there. If you're listening to this and you live in Atlanta, listen, man, we're dating around. We're dating around.
That is so strange. But it's true because you're just trying to find some people to go have a good time with. Because like the other day, and this is another reason why it's important. Like we were out and we wanted to like continue, but like I don't feel like us two was just gonna turn up by ourselves or something.
For this specific context, it was late night, evening.
Yeah, it was like we need like a crew of people right now to like kind of make this moment better. And I think that the classic, the more the merrier, right?
Sure.
Laughing here, got a girl on your side, got a guy here that you can connect with. Y'all can split and talk about two separate things, come back together, but still know you were with your boo, right? Like it's just it's just kind of it's everybody wins on a double date, right? Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
The everybody wins on a double date. That's really true here.
When it's done well.
When it's done well. Now we could talk about failed double dates another time for sure. But no, it makes a lot of sense. And then even with that situation there, that was a few nights ago. Like let me be clear, we were having a great time. We had a great day and date. The day was kind of winding down, and we were like, yo, like we could, and just based off of us, like what I'm saying, just who we are and just kind of how our lives go, like. It was, I don't know, 10:30. We were kind of in a new space, new area, and we could have, but you're right. Like, it would have been great to have at least two other people to bounce ideas off of, or to also just kind of help get the energy back up, whatever the case may be. And when you're trying to find that, like, it leads to a lot of, I don't know, you're just always trying to see, like, first off, no couple's going to be perfect, no, foursome's going to be couple. We're going to have all type of words that seem weird.
Foursome is something I've already said is not acceptable.
Well, listen, we're dating other couples. We're looking for compatible couples. This is just a weird worded episode.
Yeah.
Get into it here.
I'm not. I already told you that the other day.
No, I said threesome. You didn't like that, so I said foursome.
None of it
and
is
it's still, what would you like me to say? To the people. What would you like me to say?
I just, how you're trying to, how you don't know how to spell a word? Or you don't know how
Did
to
you
use
mean?
it. You don't know how to use it like in the correct. tense. So you have to like completely
just
rearrange
change the whole word.
those
The other day I was going to use paradox, but I didn't know how to use it correctly. So I was like, I just got to go with a whole different phrase.
That's what I'm telling you about foursome. We should change that entire topic.
Sometimes having another couple can keep your intimacy or your excitement in your relationship up, because what it does for us, what it could do for us, it'll take us on new adventures, it'll take us on new places we haven't been, so it'll add more fun, it'll add more
fun. I don't know if it's gonna up my intimacy. The wording here is just odd.
No, listen, if we have a great date, that just increases the chances of sex at night. Would you agree or disagree with that?
Sure, but I don't know if I'm saying that that's like a whole nother couple thing. Like
what I'm saying, if a couple was, listen, let me break it down. If a couple, you were averaging 2 dates, right? That's cool. And let's just say statistic. We finna get into math.
Yes, it's okay.
Another couple. No, I'm here. I'm gonna finish my point. No, I'm gonna finish. No, you didn't get it, so I'm gonna finish my point.
I didn't agree with it.
You didn't. No, you said you were confused. So you were.
I know. I'm telling you,
I'm already here. I'm gonna finish the point.
All right.
The third, if you add one date night in there with another couple, that's now 3 date nights. Now, just by math, we have continued to increase more fun and potential more intimacy. That's all I was saying. You just still caught up potentially on the words that it threw off from what the value of the point. More date nights with couples you like could increase your intimacy. Boom. You heard that here first. Use those words if you want to. You can change them up if you want to. We're going to get our words together. We're going to take a quick break. Listen to our sponsors. We'll be back.
So I don't really love to cook as the primary cook in this family. However, what I do like is to jazz up the meals when I do cook, right? I'm looking for spices, seasonings, dry rubs, and I found a good place. It is Artisan Dry Goods made by beautiful Briny C. So a little bit of everything to spice up, jazz up your meal. It is a local store right here in Atlanta, but ready to ship out to you all over the world.
Absolutely. And they're legit. I'm going to be honest with you here. Forbes, The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and Oprah's magazine. And you know Oprah only going to promote the good stuff, all right? So check them out. Instagram, beautiful, briny sea. Make your kitchen better. All right, I'm talking about real good ingredients, urban gardens, local farms. So it's good for your taste buds, good for your body. Check them out, and let's get to the episode. All right, we're back. So, finding compatible couples. Did you come up with a better phrase or word besides compatible?
No, I never had a problem with that word.
Oh, you didn't have? I think you said the phrasing, which we digress.
No, it was the foursomes and another couple increases your intimacy.
You
Those
jumped
were the
off
two.
at the beginning of this episode. You were like, "All right, let's set the page clear." That's what
No,
you
I
said
just
to
want to be, just to be clear, I don't have a problem with compatible.
me? Okay,
Because
got
I do
it.
think that is important for there is a sense of compatibility and finding a new friend or anything. But you just have to add more like dynamic to it. But it's really about, I think it also starts with like what you like as a couple. Is what we're always talking about, right? Like understanding what that is for you all and then trying to find somebody who has some like interest. But I think the fun thing about adding another couple into like double dates and things like that is sharing in their interests too. Because I think sometimes other people bring you out of like what you and your partner are used to, right? So you're like, oh, we normally do this. But then it's like, oh, well, we normally do, oh, y'all want to do this with us? It's like, sure. Because when you have a good time with others, it more than likely will open you up to try to do some new things. We had another good couple that we love where they wanted like go last minute and take like a ride. Oh my gosh. They were like, hey, y'all want to go to Iceland?
Oh, yeah. That's what they said. Hey, y'all want to get on a plane and go to Iceland?
But it was like, and then drive.
And drive in a van for like 5 days. yeah. 1. So let's unpack this.
In July, and it was May.
1, we're a big fan of this couple. Love this couple a lot for many reasons. We appreciate, first off, intentionality. This is not going to happen if both sides aren't being intentional, right? Just with any friendship, any relationship. Like if both sides aren't, like if you're always doing the texting or the calling or creating ideas, like sooner or later that's going to wear on you a little bit. Sooner or later it's going to be like, man, God, ain't nobody going to try to hit us up and see what we doing. So that's already top. So, and I feel like both couples, this couple we're talking about Iceland, we've done a pretty good job of trying to keep that, decent back and forth. So when they threw this idea out to us was late June, early June, something like that.
It was like May.
I don't even know if we had a conversation kind of like happening. It was kind of just out of the blue, right? Just literally out of the blue.
Well, it's pretty much like they already had the plan.
They had the plan.
Like, what couple would make this even funner?
Boom, exactly.
And it was like, oh, let's call Damon and Katoria. And we loved it. We couldn't make it happen. But none of that is something we would do. I hate road trips. But I would do it with other people.
Boom.
Right? It's just that simple. Just like if Damon was like, come on, babe, let's go 5-6 hours in the car and just... I feel like I don't want to do that.
Yes. And now here's the thing. Because you can get caught up in your feelings. Because I'm going to take that, boom, just really quick. Just boom on the chin.
Oh.
But I know big picture that this is a win. Because now we're going to be with 2 other people. It's going to be a great time. She's going to have a great time.
You take one on the chin if I said I didn't want to do that?
So this is one of the great things about a couple. Well, I think we talked about this before. Like when your SO says something about you, let's say they give you a compliment specifically, or they give you open feedback, right? They have your heartstrings, so it feels different and it's received differently. Whereas somebody comes and says the same thing, you know what I'm talking about. They say the same thing, and you just in the back like, I told you that 3 days ago to cut the beard. I told you 2 days ago to let the bob go. Like, but it feels different with the heartstring. So I say road trip. It's just an example. I say road trip. You're like, no thanks. They say road trip. You're like, let's go. I take in the chin really quick. But a big picture, I'm like, let's go.
Oh yeah, but see, that's my whole point. Is like when you do it with
other
others,
people, absolutely.
More people, a different dynamic.
And that's fair. And that's
more
true.
people to like drive.
Yes, all
some
that.
Different conversation.
Absolutely.
Like all of that. Again, you know what this also is. I think another thing when you're looking and searching or reevaluating or establishing these compatible double date partnerships with other couples. You got all that?
Got all that. She worked that around, didn't she?
I done said all that dog forgot my dog point.
You worked all the way around. You forgot where you were going. Think about
it. All right, the point was is that you have to understand like what your interests are. So for like who you are as a person. Like,
Yes.
I thrive around other people.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy being around a group of people
Yeah.
and piggybacking in multiple different conversations and
Okay, I think I know where you're going.
I just enjoy like people give me life.
Okay.
Right? And I'm a natural extrovert.
100% extrovert.
I'm about 85.
102.
I'm about 85. I've met some people where I've been like, I don't know what the F you're on. I'm not on that. And you are outdoing me dramatically through extrovert sense. So I feel like I'm like 90%. And so I'm more likely to be like, yay, for numbers instead of like probably, honestly, intimacy. Like more one-to-one, intimate, one-on-one type of things. So I say that to say that when I'm adding that dynamic of more people, it's fun to me. Like it has its place. There's a time for the one-on-ones. There's a time for the intimate. There's a time for the just me and you having conversation for days. There's been a lot of that. With not me and Damon specifically, just like everyone. And then there's moments where I just want to be like, we're just free, loose, don't care, kind of mix and mingle and moving on, right? So I think that depends on the person, to find the value and kind of who they are, to enjoy, like, to be more willing to do new, different things with another couple.
Yeah. I think it just breeds. I think we agree that it breeds opportunity for new fun, new stuff,
new
and vice versa.
New stuff.
You know what I mean? And that's just important. Third J Carter, I believe that was his name on Apple, was talking about how he just been in a relationship, and they
I think he just got married in the quarantine.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. Specifically, just got married going into quarantine last year and whatnot. And so, there's a lot of one-on-one time in the midst of that, right? And then you try to slowly come out of that and start maybe interacting with more people. You've been together with your bae for like concentrated time.
Yeah.
Concentrated time. Y'all probably potentially were working together, or working side by side, or the commute was less, whatever the case may be. So that already is going to bring some more life and some more fresh air into it. So one, I think we are definitely saying, if you don't have at least one couple that you like, this we can call them up right now, throw out 4 ideas, we're gonna make one happen, we're gonna have a great time. Like really sit down and kind of think about it. I think we were trying to, what were we talking? I guess we've kind of talked around this last month or so about it, because I threw out an idea to Katoya maybe last month, like a type of activity, and I said, what couples come to your mind for us to reach out to do this couple with? And I think we both ended up with the same 2 couples, or at least one of the couple was the same. Maybe have one different one. It's not and our list can change, and your list can change. That's also another caveat. Your list can change based off of the activity.
That is so true.
Boom.
That is 100% true, because it just depends. I mean, the temperament and vibe,
personality
of your friends.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh yeah, hey, low key lounge with some jazz,
some drinks.
I got a couple folks for that.
Bang.
High energy activity. Let's have some fun, music, kind of popping. That's one person. Go on a travel with children. Ooh. Oh man, that is a whole different set of people, right? And I'm sure some of my friends would like to know that they could be all 3 of those, but not many of them are. Not everybody fits in every single category.
And we probably don't fit everyone else for other people,
and it's
too.
okay. And
it's okay.
I think what matters the most is that you invite somebody.
Come on now.
And that you just say, hey, we want to do this. Y'all want to do this too. Like, a lot of times for me as a person, I know I'm just like excited that somebody thought of me,
Always do the invite. If you has bonus tip, if you think they might say no, still send the invitation. Yeah. They're going to feel
cared for, thought of.
Absolutely.
Then next time they do something, they'll think of
absolutely
it. Right? And so that's the wins. And yeah.
Yeah, it's right on the head. That list. So, take an inventory. See if you could come up with different scenarios. All right, what if we go on a nice hike in a trail and try to get to some small mountain in your city and like a little sunset picnic? All right, there's going to be some people who be like, yeah, that sounds dope. Some people like, no, I don't like bugs. Like, Like, all right, so nature crew, like you hit it on the head. Late night events, some adult beverages, kickback, boom, right? Game night, right? Just kind of chill, grill some meat. Y'all just kind of like those are different scenarios where some people might hit 2 or 3, but you may just be like, yo, we just gonna do one. The road trip one for sure. Like, who could you go on a 4-day, 3-night vacation with? That's a question.
Well, some people I just have to figure it out because I ain't done that yet.
That's true. That's true too. Sometimes you gotta throw 4 names on the wall and try it. Like,
that's how you.
Okay.
That's how y'all prepare for bed.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you clip the toenails and eat dinner. All right. Oh, you hit the beach nude. Okay. All right. Oh, it's good to know. Good to know.
Oh, y'all don't want to leave till noon.
Okay.
We on a trip.
Okay. So y'all don't discipline y'all kids at all.
Or it could be the vice versa of all the positives. Okay. But there is a lot of things that you'd have to find out and realize.
Yes.
And then, it's just like when I was going out kind of earlier this year with a couple different friends, just trying some. I just wanted to kind of get out. I felt like pandemic was really like isolating, and I just wanted to like have some fun. And so I didn't really know who I could call to have some fun a little bit. So I was just trying a couple of friends that I know, and just like, hey, you like to go out? Let's go out. And it was okay, but there was a lot of places that I will not return to. There have been some friends that we haven't done it again. And it's just like, well, it works or it doesn't. But before you go drop some money and go spend 4 or 5 nights with somebody, I definitely would say you should at least spend 1 or 2 nights together first.
Yes, the test.
Yeah.
You gotta have some small trial and error testers. I mean, we've had some of our closest friends. I know specifically we had years ago a double date crash and burn. It was just everything that could go wrong more than likely did go wrong. And that's okay. It is gonna happen. It's gonna happen again.
I have no idea what that is. I can't really figure out what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean it was just a double date. It was with John and Chandra. We got dressed up. Went out
that
to
was
a
the
little
event. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
yeah, but it sticks in my mind permanently. You understand?
But yeah, places may fail or whatever.
Places may
but
fail.
See, that's the cool thing about having compatible people. Your place could fail, but y'all still know how to have a good time.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. You can still make the best of a bad time, a bad event. I mean, that's partially how, for a little bit of our first date. If you know our story, we went skating, and shout out to that skate rink. It was Latina night, and they were popping. They were having a great time. And it was a respectable vibe. It just wasn't our primary vibe, So that it could have crashed and burned. But when you got somebody as amazing as Katoya, we kept it moving. We laughed it off. We had a great time. We went to a movie, and the rest is history.
It's true.
So when you do have a great, duo beside you, it can make any moment great.
So if you already have them, where do you find these good people?
Where do you find them?
You find these people through your own friendships that you have. So your male to male, your friends, and then you'd be like, oh, they got a wife. Oh, they got a husband. They seem cool. Let's talk about this, So it starts typically from the one friendship that builds from one spouse.
The domino effect.
And then you come together and say, oh, maybe we can try this. Let's go out for drinks. Let's go out for dinner. Let's go out for this. That's one stop.
Invite them over to the house. Let's just have a meal.
Or from anywhere you are. Like whether it's at church, whether you are...
in some type of fitness.
Yeah,
like
you got another, my wife this, my wife this. Oh, you keep talking about your wife. We all should do something. Let's get together. And don't be worried about it being awkward. Like I said, it's been really weird with me approaching people and be like, hey, I want to hang out. Do you go out? Just call me and let me know. I'll join you. Like, because I really just want to join in. I can't commit all the time. So if you go out a lot, I can't. But that's why I don't need to be a primary factor. I'm an add in. This Friday? Sure, I can make it. But let it be awkward. It's the same thing I tell literal single friends who are trying to be dating, just throw it out there.
Yes, let it be awkward.
Somebody might think one thing of you. I get it. But one thing that you really never have to be worried about with awkwardness is if you don't really plan to see them again, right? Like, you're like, oh, hey, girl, we should. Like, you may or may not see that person. But on a dating, on a couple side, you just start with your own network and then really thinking through activities you want to do and who's the best fit, you think, for those activities?
Yeah, I think start with your networks. Now, I don't know, was there any place you would say not? You were still looking to work colleagues? Would you go that far with work? People like to keep work private sometimes, depending on what you do. Some people are like, I ain't gonna ask nobody at work because that could get awkward there. But if you got a good job environment, sure, throw it out. Some people don't like that job.
Yeah, it just depends on your environment.
Right.
What your comfort level.
Wherever you're hanging, cyclist friends, couture, out here in these streets, fitness. There's actually a couple. We'll talk about it later. There's a few people who have come to mind. I've thought about it recently. One, I think you may have met him. It's a comic. He's got a wife, and I was like, you know what? This would be a good time because they're fun. And it's like, this seems like a fun time. So
I'm down.
So
and then as a partner, saying I'm down.
That's important.
I don't know them,
That's
but
important.
if you think they could be cool, we'll go hang out this one night.
Otherwise, you'll keep looking at your partner's face and be like, ugh, what we doing?
Or you be like, what's the word? What time we leaving? What's the key? So you know there's time to go. And those are real things. How do you get out of it if you ain't feeling it?
I thought you were talking about something different. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to come in before you get into that place. All right, what's the word? All right, pineapples. Okay, got it. Woo, man, you know what I want when I get home, babe? I sure do want some pineapples when I get home.
I'm just going to slide you a text real quick. Hey, check your messages.
double tap that knee under the table. Boop, boop.
Check your messages real
Boop,
quick.
boop, real quick. I'm going to run to the restroom right here. When she powder her nose, I know it's time to wrap up.
And that's okay. It might be a hit or a miss, but you tried it.
It's
about trying something new, trying something different, building your little friendship
that's
network with you and your
Because when you find that couple, if not more than one, it's going to be all worth it, yo. When you find that one couple or more than one, it's going to be all worth it. Compatible couples. Get you one. Good times.
let's sure you said compatible.
I didn't. I said compatible. It was a P in there. Why you have to do that in the midst of this? You know people listening to us right here. You heard the P. She thought it was a B.
Rewind.
That's something you say outside. Compatible couples.
Reverse.
You know what it is. Listen, man. We appreciate y'all as always rocking with us, man. Again, we're almost at 100. The Sumner goal for Apple Podcasts. 60 seconds.
For real though. Come on. We can knock this out.
She's ready to get to another goal.
I'm really tired of talking about this one. Just to be honest.
Trying to get to 100 reviews on Apple.
How many do we have?
We're 90.
Come on, 10 more.
We're at 90. We're at 90 as of today's recording. We thank y'all so much, man. I hope it finds value. We'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.
Peace.